Okay, so we're diving into the world of parenting today, specifically how fathers and mothers interact with their kids.
Yeah, it's fascinating stuff. We often talk about parenting as this one thing.
Right, like it's all the same.
But honestly, the dynamics between a mom and her child and a dad and his child can be surprisingly different.
Totally. And it's more than just those classic stereotypes, the mom is the nurturer, the dad is the playful one,
Right. Although those stereotypes exist for a reason, right? There's definitely some truth to them.
for sure. But we're going deeper than that today. We want to understand how those different approaches, whether they fit the mold or not, how they shape a child.
Absolutely. It's like each parent gives their child a different piece of the puzzle?
Ooh, I like that. So, like, mom's influence might help a child develop emotional intelligence, empathy, while dad's might be more about what, like problem solving, resilience.
Exactly. It's about providing a multidimensional view of the world, helping kids navigate their emotions, build relationships, all that good stuff.
And it all starts so early, too. I
Yeah.
mean, think about how moms and dads talk to their babies differently. It's fascinating.
Oh, yeah. Mothers tend to use more emotional language, like, oh, you're feeling sad, while fathers focus more on actions. Let's see what's wrong. It's not about one being better, just like different ways of communicating.
Yeah, and those differences matter. Like one study found that mothers tend to, what's the word, elaborate more on their baby's babbling.
Right, they'll be like, oh, you said Baba, do you want your bottle?
Exactly. And dads are more likely to like imitate sounds or introduce new words. So it's like babies are getting these two different lessons in language right from the start.
Exactly. And it makes sense when you think about it. Mothers are often the primary caregivers, especially in those early months.
So they're super in tune with their baby's cues, responding quickly to their needs, building that sense of security.
Right, exactly. And fathers, historically, they've taken on more of a role of like preparing kids for the outside world.
So it's more about pushing boundaries, encouraging exploration,
Yeah, exactly. Think about like roughhousing with dad. It might look chaotic, but it actually teaches kids about boundaries, about emotional
and
regulation.
resilience, right? Like you fall down, you get back up. So it's all these subtle things, these differences in how moms and dads interact that ultimately contribute to a child's development. But we can't ignore the elephant in the room, can we?
And what elephant is that?
Well, societal expectations. Culture plays a huge role in shaping how we view mothers and fathers, right?
Oh, absolutely. There's this like invisible script that we all grow up with. Moms are supposed to be nurturing, dads are supposed to be the breadwinners.
And while those roles are definitely evolving, those expectations still linger, don't they?
They do. But the exciting thing is, we're seeing some really positive shifts.
Well,
Fathers are becoming much more involved in their children's lives, both emotionally and practically.
right. Like stay-at-home dads are way more common now than they used to be.
Exactly. And dads are taking on more caregiving responsibilities in general. And the research shows that this is so beneficial for kids.
Oh, totally. When fathers are actively involved, kids tend to have better emotional regulation, stronger social skills, even higher levels of cognitive development. It's amazing.
It really is. It speaks to the importance of both parents bringing their unique strengths to the table. It's not about one way being right, but rather embracing the diversity of approaches.
I love that. It's about recognizing and valuing the unique ways that both mothers and fathers contribute to their children's lives. And that's a powerful message, isn't it?
Absolutely. It's something for all of us to think about, really.
For sure. Now, here's something I want everyone listening to chew on. Think about your own upbringing. How did your parents' approaches differ? And how do you think those differences, those unique ways of parenting, how did they shape who you are today?